For some people, cheap car insurance means finding the absolute rock bottom price at all costs. What they don't often realize is that the lowest possible rate is for a policy that only covers the state minimums for liability, personal injury, and property damage. You're not going to find a policy which covers collision damage and fire and theft for just a couple of $100 per year. However, that doesn't mean you can't get a good price if you add the extras to your insurance. Something that comes to mind here is the question of what happens if you total your vehicle. If all you have is a minimum liability policy, you'll be left out in the cold with no car and no replacement check. In order to receive payment for a totaled vehicle, you have to have a policy that includes collision coverage. These types of policies cost more, but they are worth it to many people. Replacement value or actual cash value. When you're searching for collision coverage, you need to understand how insurance companies determine what to pay for a totaled vehicle. In this regard, there are really just two choices: the replacement value policy and the actual cash value policy. Replacement value is based on what it would cost to replace your vehicle with the same make and model, of the same year, in roughly the same condition. Insurance companies determine this simply by looking at the Kelley Blue Book and other NADA resources. Actual cash value is a policy in which the insurance company pays you what it would cost to replace your vehicle exactly as is. To help you understand the difference, think of it in terms of a 1972 Mustang. Under normal conditions, such a car would be worth very little on today's market. But let's say you invested thousands of dollars in restoration efforts and raised the car's value by $10,000 or $12,000. An actual cash value policy would pay you for all the money you put into it, as determined by the real market value of such a car. They call it cheap car insurance for a reason. Cheap car insurance is not necessarily a bad thing, but realize that the word cheap is used in the description for a reason. The least expensive policies tend to be the bare-bones policies that don't provide any additional coverage. They are not meant for people who own very expensive vehicles or who could not stand to lose significant amounts of money if the car were totaled. It's certainly not intended for those who are still paying off bank loans. If you need the extra coverage for your car, don't be afraid to shop around. You can still get cheaper auto insurance with some companies than you can with others. It's worth your while to make the effort. In the end, once you see how much you can save, it will have been well worth the effort. Share this video and subscribe for more interesting auto insurance tips.